The city sleeps, its steel and concrete skeleton quieted by the stillness of the night. The streets that once pulsed with the rhythm of human activity now lay empty, their only sound the distant hum of machinery and the faint glow of neon lights bleeding into the darkness. It's as if the very fabric of our daily lives has been pulled back like a curtain, revealing the eerie silence beneath. In this world where work was once the engine that drove us forward, there is now an unsettling sense of pause. The machines have taken over, their digital fingers weaving intricate patterns of efficiency and productivity. They toil tirelessly, never resting, never faltering, a ceaseless army of artificial intelligence, busily redefining what it means to be productive. As we stand at the threshold of this brave new world, it's natural to wonder, what does it mean to be human when machines can do our work for us? What is the purpose of our existence if not to labor, to struggle, and to create? The answer lies in the quiet spaces between the beats of this mechanical heart, a realm where imagination thrives, where creativity bursts forth like a flower in bloom. Imagine yourself wandering through a cityscape transformed by AI. The once bustling streets are now empty, save for the occasional autonomous vehicle gliding smoothly along its predetermined route. Buildings stand tall, their windows aglow with soft blue light, a digital pulse that beats in harmony with the hum of servers and data centers humming away in the depths. You walk through this desolate landscape, the only sound your own footsteps echoing off the pavement. You pause at a street corner, gazing up at the towering skyscrapers that now house the AI-powered minds that have taken over our work. The neon lights above seem to flicker with an otherworldly intensity, casting shadows that dance across the ground. As you continue on your journey, the world around you begins to blur, a haze of uncertainty, of possibility, of existential questions waiting to be answered. What will become of us when AI does everything? Will we find new purpose in a world where machines have taken over our tasks, or will we succumb to the crushing weight of irrelevance? The city sleeps, and so do we, lost in thought, drifting through the fog of an uncertain future. But beneath the surface, something stirs, a quiet revolution that whispers sweet nothings of possibility into our ears. It's a world where work is redefined, where humans are free to explore the depths of their own minds, and where creativity knows no bounds. And so we embark on this journey, this odyssey through the end of work, a journey that will take us down winding roads of self-discovery, technological innovation, and the very essence of what it means to be human. As we gaze out at a world where machines have assumed an unprecedented level of autonomy, it's essential to acknowledge that the concept of work has been evolving for centuries. The notion that humans are inherently driven to labor and toil is a relatively modern idea, one that emerged in tandem with the Industrial Revolution. Prior to this transformative era, work was often tied to self-sufficiency and community survival. People worked on their own land, tended to family farms, or contributed to local craft economies. The notion of jobs, as we understand it today, discrete, wage-based occupations, was largely absent. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century, introduced the concept of factory work and mass production. As machines replaced human labor in many industries, people were drawn from rural areas to cities, where they took up new jobs in factories and mills. This marked a significant turning point. For the first time, humans were no longer solely responsible for their own sustenance. The rise of industrial capitalism brought with it the idea that work was not only necessary but also essential for human fulfillment. The notion that people had an inherent right to work, as enshrined in the 1848 French Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, further solidified this concept. However, even as the Industrial Revolution transformed the global economy, it also laid the groundwork for the modern era's most pressing question: what happens when machines can do our jobs? In the late 19th century, inventors like Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace began exploring the possibilities of mechanical computation. Their work foreshadowed the development of artificial intelligence, which would eventually raise fundamental questions about human purpose. The early 20th century saw the emergence of two distinct schools of thought regarding the relationship between humans and machines. The first, championed by futurists like Jules Verne and H.G. Wells, envisioned a future where machines would augment human capabilities, freeing people from drudgery and allowing them to pursue more noble pursuits. The second perspective, represented by thinkers like Marx and Weber, posited that the increasing mechanization of work would lead to alienation and dehumanization. According to this view, humans would become mere cogs in a vast machine, stripped of their creative potential and sense of purpose. As the 20th century unfolded, both perspectives proved somewhat prophetic. On one hand, machines have indeed enabled humans to pursue new endeavors and explore the cosmos. On the other hand, the rise of automation has led to widespread job displacement and economic dislocation. The advent of AI in the latter half of the 20th century brought these debates full circle. As machines became capable of learning, adapting, and even creative problem-solving, the question of what happens when AI does everything grew increasingly urgent. In the 1980s, futurist and author Alvin Toffler predicted that the emergence of a jobless society would be the defining feature of the coming decades. His warnings about the need for humans to adapt to this new reality were met with skepticism by many. However, in the wake of the dot-com bubble's collapse and the subsequent global financial crisis, concerns about job insecurity gained newfound traction. As AI continues to accelerate its development, we find ourselves at a critical juncture. The choices we make today will shape not only our individual futures but also the very fabric of society. Will we allow machines to take over routine tasks, freeing humans for more creative pursuits? Or will we struggle to maintain the status quo, clinging to outdated notions of work and purpose? The answer lies in recognizing that the end of work as we know it is already upon us, and that this transformation offers a profound opportunity for human growth and renewal. By embracing the potential of AI, we can create new pathways for self-actualization, allowing individuals to flourish in ways previously unimaginable. As we stand at the threshold of this new era, it's crucial to acknowledge that the end of work is not a binary proposition, either we're all unemployed or we're all thriving. The reality is far more nuanced. Right now, AI has already begun to transform the nature of work, and humanity is adapting in ways both exciting and unsettling. One of the most significant breakthroughs has been in the realm of healthcare. AI-powered diagnostic tools are revolutionizing disease detection, allowing doctors to pinpoint conditions with unprecedented precision. For instance, a company called Aidence uses machine learning algorithms to analyze medical images like X-rays and MRIs, identifying potential health issues that might have gone undetected by human eyes alone. This not only improves patient outcomes but also frees up medical professionals to focus on more complex, high-touch tasks. Another area seeing significant AI-driven innovation is education. Adaptive learning platforms, such as Dreambox and Newton, are using machine learning to create personalized curricula for students of all ages. These systems can detect when a student is struggling with a particular concept, adjusting the teaching approach in real time to ensure they grasp the material. This not only boosts academic performance but also helps educators identify areas where students need extra support. In the world of finance, AI has already begun to disrupt traditional banking practices. Fintech companies like Stripe and Square are leveraging machine learning to streamline transactions, predict customer behavior, and detect fraudulent activity with unprecedented accuracy. As a result, financial institutions can focus on providing more value-added services, such as personalized investment advice and financial planning. The manufacturing sector is also undergoing a seismic shift. Industrial robots, like those from KUKA and FANUC, are being equipped with AI-powered sensors that enable them to learn from experience and adapt to new situations. This has led to significant improvements in efficiency, accuracy, and quality control, all of which have the potential to create new job opportunities in areas like robotics engineering and manufacturing management. Of course, not everyone is thrilled about these developments. As AI takes on more responsibilities, many workers are left wondering, what's the point of having a job if machines can do it better? This anxiety is not unfounded. Some studies suggest that up to 40% of jobs in developed economies could be automated over the next decade or so. However, the truth is that AI has also created entirely new categories of work. We're seeing the emergence of professions like data scientists, AI ethicists, and digital literacy trainers, all of which are critical for ensuring AI systems operate fairly, safely, and responsibly. Moreover, as machines take over routine and repetitive tasks, humans are free to focus on more creative, high-value pursuits that leverage our unique strengths. We're seeing a resurgence of interest in the arts, humanities, and social sciences, as people turn their attention to areas where AI can't yet compete. In many ways, this is an era of unprecedented possibility. With the right policies and societal adjustments, we could create a world where humans work alongside machines, harnessing their strengths while preserving our own. It's a future that requires us to rethink what work means, not just as a means of earning a living but as a way of contributing to society, fostering personal growth, and finding purpose. As we navigate this uncharted territory, it's essential to acknowledge the challenges ahead. There will be those who struggle to adapt, whose skills become obsolete, or whose roles are displaced by AI-driven innovations. It's our collective responsibility to ensure that these individuals receive the support they need to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Ultimately, the end of work is not an event, it's a process. As we continue to evolve alongside AI, we'll need to redefine what work means and how we allocate our time, energy, and resources. It's a prospect that's both exhilarating and intimidating, but also an opportunity for humanity to reimagine its relationship with work, technology, and each other. As we explore the world where machines are capable of doing everything humans can do, it's essential to consider the profound implications this has on our daily lives. The end of work is not just a matter of job displacement, it fundamentally reshapes the way we live, interact, and contribute to society. One of the most significant consequences is the redefinition of work itself. For centuries, humans have identified themselves by their profession or occupation. Their sense of purpose and self-worth were closely tied to what they did for a living. With AI capable of handling all tasks, this concept of work becomes obsolete. People will no longer be defined solely by their job titles. This new reality raises questions about how we measure productivity, achievement, and personal fulfillment. If machines can accomplish everything efficiently and accurately, what does it mean to be productive? How do we gauge success when AI is doing all the heavy lifting? These are not just theoretical concerns, they have far-reaching implications for our sense of purpose and identity. The impact on education is another crucial aspect to consider. As machines take over tasks that previously required human expertise, the traditional notion of skills development and career progression becomes increasingly irrelevant. What will become of our education systems when AI can learn, adapt, and improve faster than humans? Will we focus more on creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, skills that are uniquely human? Moreover, the end of work has significant implications for social structures and relationships. When machines do everything, the traditional concepts of work-life balance become redundant. People will have more time to pursue personal interests, hobbies, and passions without the constraints of a 9-to-5 job. This could lead to a re-evaluation of our priorities, values, and sense of community. With AI handling all tasks, people may choose to focus on creative pursuits, artistic expressions, or community engagement. Neighborhoods might flourish as people spend more time interacting with each other, sharing knowledge, and supporting local initiatives. The concept of community will likely evolve to encompass a broader sense of belonging and connection. The end of work also raises questions about economic systems and societal structures. As machines take over jobs, governments and corporations will need to adapt their approaches to taxation, social security, and resource allocation. New forms of economic organization might emerge, focusing on shared wealth, universal basic income, or cooperative ownership models. In addition, the end of work could lead to a re-evaluation of urban planning, architecture, and the built environment. With the need for commuting reduced, cities may transform into vibrant hubs of culture, entertainment, and community interaction. Public spaces might become more prominent, prioritizing social connection, recreation, and personal growth over commercial activities. As we navigate this unprecedented shift, it's essential to recognize that the end of work is not solely a technological phenomenon but also a deeply human one. It's an opportunity for us to redefine what it means to be human, to explore our creativity, compassion, and capacity for connection. Ultimately, the implications of the end of work are both unsettling and exhilarating. As we confront this new reality, we must choose whether to view AI as a threat or a catalyst for positive change. By embracing this transformation, we can create a future where humans flourish alongside machines, a world where work is no longer a sole source of purpose, but rather one aspect of a rich tapestry of human experience. As we gaze into the abyss of automation's potential to render human labor obsolete, a profound sense of introspection settles upon us. For centuries, our very identity has been inextricably tied to our capacity for work, whether it be physical toil or intellectual pursuits. What then do humans do when AI does everything? It is here that the philosophical and existential implications of this phenomenon begin to unfold. In a world where machines can perform tasks with greater speed, precision, and efficiency than their human counterparts, we are forced to confront the possibility that our purpose may no longer be tied to labor. The notion sends shivers down the spine of those who have long equated their self-worth with their ability to contribute to society through work. It is a prospect that challenges the fundamental assumption that humans are defined by what they do. The existential crisis that unfolds is not limited to the realm of employment, however. As AI assumes responsibility for an increasingly broad range of activities, it raises questions about the human condition itself. What does it mean to be human when machines can process information, create art, and even exhibit empathy with greater proficiency than humans? Is our humanity merely a product of what we do, or is there something essential to being human that transcends labor? The German philosopher Martin Heidegger once wrote, "What are humans that you care for them?" This query takes on new significance in the face of AI's encroachment upon traditional human domains. As machines assume roles traditionally associated with humanity, creativity, problem-solving, and even love, we are compelled to re-examine our understanding of what it means to be human. One possible response is to posit that there exists a non-negotiable essence to humanity that cannot be replicated or surpassed by machines. This perspective suggests that certain aspects of the human experience, such as emotions, intuition, and subjective experience, remain unique to us and will forever elude artificial intelligence. According to this view, AI may excel in tasks of calculation and precision, but it will never grasp the mysteries of the human heart. Others propose a more nuanced approach, arguing that while machines may be able to mimic certain aspects of human behavior, they lack the contextual richness, cultural background, and historical situatedness that define human existence. In this sense, AI's accomplishments are akin to a skilled imitation of humanity rather than an authentic expression of it. Yet another perspective, one that resonates with the ideals of existentialism, posits that humans have always been free to create their own meaning in life, regardless of their circumstances. According to this view, even if machines were capable of performing all tasks traditionally associated with humanity, humans would still be faced with the imperative to choose their own path and forge their own purpose. Ultimately, the answer to what humans do when AI does everything will depend on our capacity to adapt, innovate, and reimagine our relationship with technology. As we gaze into the abyss, we are presented with a choice: either cling to the familiar notion that our value lies in what we do, or embark upon an uncertain but potentially transformative journey of self-discovery. In this liminal space between the old world and the new, we are free to re-examine the very essence of humanity. Will we find that it remains tied to labor, or will we discover a more profound sense of purpose that transcends our relationship with work? The answers, much like the future itself, remain uncertain, but one thing is clear: the end of work as we know it presents an opportunity for humans to redefine themselves anew. As we stand on the cusp of this revolutionary transformation, it's natural to wonder what the next decade will bring. Will humans be relegated to a life of leisure as machines take over the drudgery of labor? Or will our species find new ways to contribute, to create, and to thrive in an era where artificial intelligence does everything? In all likelihood, the answer lies somewhere in between. As AI's capabilities continue to expand, we can expect to see significant changes in the nature of work itself. Gone are the days when a single individual could perform a task from start to finish. Instead, humans will focus on high-level problem-solving, creative endeavors, and those tasks that require empathy, intuition, and emotional intelligence, skills that machines, for all their sophistication, still struggle to replicate. In the next decade, we can expect to see AI-assisted virtual assistants become ubiquitous, freeing up humans from menial tasks like data entry, bookkeeping, and customer service. This won't just be a matter of efficiency, it will also enable individuals to focus on more stimulating pursuits. Imagine being able to devote time to learning new skills, pursuing hobbies, or even starting one's own business, all without the burden of tedious administrative tasks. As AI takes over the routine aspects of work, we'll see a shift towards more experimental and creative endeavors. Humans will turn their attention to areas where machines struggle to compete: art, music, literature, and performance arts. The next generation of artists will be those who can seamlessly integrate human intuition with machine-generated content, creating unique works that defy categorization. In the world of entertainment, AI-powered storytelling is already a reality. Virtual influencers, AI-generated movies, and computer-generated music are all on the horizon. These innovations will not only change the face of popular culture but also open up new opportunities for creatives to collaborate with machines in ways previously unimaginable. But what about those who aren't as fortunate? Those who lack the skills or resources to adapt to this brave new world. The next decade will be marked by a growing divide between those who thrive and those who struggle. Governments, corporations, and educational institutions must work together to ensure that everyone has access to training and reskilling programs that prepare them for an AI-driven economy. In parallel, We'll see the rise of lifelong learning platforms, where individuals can continuously update their skills and knowledge to stay ahead of the curve. This won't be a one-time event, it will be an ongoing process as humans learn to navigate an ever-changing landscape of technological advancements. As we look towards this future, there's also the prospect of AI-driven urban planning, architecture, and design. Cities will become smarter, more efficient, and sustainable, a direct result of machine learning algorithms that optimize resource allocation, traffic flow, and waste management. Humans will focus on crafting the human experience within these intelligent environments, designing public spaces, curating cultural events, and creating community programs. The next decade will be marked by both promise and peril. As AI assumes more of our workload, we'll need to confront the existential questions that arise from this transformation. What does it mean to be human in a world where machines can perform tasks faster, cheaper, and more accurately? How do we redefine work, leisure, and purpose in an era where AI is increasingly capable of doing everything? The answers will depend on our collective willingness to adapt, innovate, and learn. As the curtain rises on this new chapter in human history, one thing is clear: the future belongs to those who can harness the power of both humans and machines to create a world where work is not just something we do, but something that enriches our very being. As we delve deeper into the world where artificial intelligence does everything, it's easy to get caught up in the numbers and statistics that describe the impact on our economy and society. But what about the human element? What happens when machines take over tasks that have been a part of our daily lives for centuries? Meet Sarah, a 45-year-old former librarian who was laid off due to automation. She spent 20 years helping students find books and answer questions, but with the rise of digital libraries and AI-powered recommendation systems, her job became obsolete. Sarah is now struggling to find a new career that utilizes her skills. "I'm not just looking for any old job," she says, sitting in her cozy home office. "I want something that means something to me. But it's hard when everything is automated. I feel like I'm just a number, a statistic." Sarah's story is not unique. Across the globe, millions of people are facing similar challenges as AI takes over tasks that were once done by humans. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers and statistics, but what about the emotional toll this has on individuals? Meet John, a 30-year-old former truck driver who lost his job due to autonomous vehicles. He spent years honing his skills, navigating treacherous roads, and providing a vital service to communities. But with self-driving cars taking over, he was suddenly out of work. "I feel like I've lost my identity," John says, sitting in his favorite bar, sipping on a whiskey. "I used to take pride in being able to drive safely, efficiently, and effectively. Now, it's like nobody needs me anymore." John's story is not unique either. Across the globe, millions of people are facing similar challenges as AI takes over tasks that were once done by humans. As we explore this world where AI does everything, it's essential to remember that behind every statistic lies a human being with emotions, hopes, and fears. We're not just talking about abstract concepts like job displacement or economic shifts. We're talking about real people who are struggling to find their place in the world. Meet Emily, a 25-year-old freelance writer who has seen her industry disrupted by AI-powered content generation tools. She spent years honing her craft, writing engaging stories and articles that resonated with readers. But now, she's facing stiff competition from machines that can churn out content faster and cheaper than humans ever could. "I feel like I've lost my passion," Emily says, sitting in a coffee shop, sipping on a latte. "I used to love the process of writing, researching, and crafting stories that mattered. Now, it's like nobody needs me anymore. Emily's story is not unique either. Across the globe, millions of people are facing similar challenges as AI takes over tasks that were once done by humans. As we explore this world where AI does everything, it's essential to remember that behind every statistic lies a human being with emotions, hopes, and fears. We're not just talking about abstract concepts like job displacement or economic shifts. We're talking about real people who are struggling to find their place in the world. So what can be done? Should humans simply accept their fate and let machines take over? Or is there something more that needs to be done? That's a topic for another day. As we explore the vast expanse of what's to come with the rise of artificial intelligence and automation, it's easy to get caught up in the big picture consequences, job displacement, economic upheaval, and the like. But there are hidden aspects, lesser-known implications that lurk beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. One such aspect is the phenomenon of digital fatigue. As AI takes on more tasks, humans will need to find new ways to cope with the mental and emotional demands of an increasingly virtual world. We're already seeing hints of this in our current state of perpetual connectivity, always-on notifications, endless scrolling, and the pressure to be constantly productive or entertained. But what happens when even the most mundane chores are taken care of by machines? Humans will need to find new ways to recharge, relax, and rejuvenate. Some might turn to more leisurely pursuits, like hobbies or creative expression. Others might explore the world of immersive experiences, virtual reality, augmented reality, or even sensory deprivation tanks. Another often overlooked consequence is the impact on our social structures and community dynamics. As AI handles more tasks, humans will need to redefine what it means to be part of a community. Neighborhoods might transform into decentralized hubs of shared resources and expertise, rather than traditional neighborhoods with fixed boundaries. Consider, for instance, how local libraries have evolved over the years. What once was a hub of information exchange has become a communal space where people gather to share ideas, collaborate on projects, or simply enjoy quiet time amidst the din of daily life. AI might take care of the bookkeeping and cataloging, but humans will still need places to connect, learn, and grow. Furthermore, as work becomes increasingly virtual and remote, our traditional notions of community and neighborhood might give way to more fluid, globally connected networks. Cities could become mere hubs for digital nomads, with urban planners designing spaces that prioritize collaboration, creativity, and social interaction. Then there's the matter of identity and purpose. For many, their sense of self is deeply tied to their work or profession. When AI takes over, what becomes of our sense of accomplishment, our feeling of being needed? Some might find new sources of fulfillment in creative pursuits, volunteering, or community service. Others might need to reinvent themselves entirely, adopting new roles, identities, or passions. This is where the concept of portfolio careers comes into play. As AI handles more tasks, humans will need to develop a diverse range of skills and interests, much like artists curate their own personal exhibitions. Careers won't be solely defined by one profession. Instead, individuals might juggle multiple roles, projects, or entrepreneurial ventures. In conclusion, the end of work, what humans do when AI does everything, is not just about job displacement or economic upheaval. It's also about the profound impact on our daily lives, our social structures, and our very sense of self. By acknowledging these hidden aspects, we can begin to envision a future where humans thrive in harmony with machines. As we venture further into this uncharted territory, it's essential to recognize that AI is not the enemy, nor is it the savior. Rather, it's an extension of human creativity, problem-solving, and innovation. By embracing these changes, we can create a world where humans and AI coexist in harmony, each contributing their unique strengths to build a brighter future for all. As we wrap up this journey through the future of work, I'm left wondering what's next for humanity. Will we find new purpose in a world where machines do most of the heavy lifting? Or will we succumb to the fear and uncertainty that comes with the unknown? As I look out at the world around me, I see a society in flux. Cities are evolving, economies are shifting, and people are adapting. It's clear that the way we work is changing, but what about who we are? What about our sense of self-worth? Our identity? Perhaps the answer lies not in the machines themselves, but in how we choose to interact with them. Maybe we'll find a new kind of harmony, one where humans and AI coexist in perfect balance. Where creativity flourishes, innovation soars, and collaboration becomes the norm. Imagine it, a world where people are free to pursue their passions, unfettered by the drudgery of mundane tasks. A world where machines do the menial work, freeing us up to explore, create, and connect on a deeper level. It's not about replacing humans with robots, it's about elevating our existence. As I reflect on this journey, I'm reminded of the words of the great physicist, Stephen Hawking: "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." For humanity, the end of work as we know it is not an ending, but a new beginning, one that requires us to rise above our fears and limitations. In this new world, I envision people working together towards a common goal, to create a more just, equitable, and compassionate society, where everyone has access to quality education, healthcare, and opportunities, where the divide between rich and poor narrows, and the gap between human and machine bridges. As we look out at the horizon, I see a future where humans are no longer bound by the constraints of time and space. A world where creativity knows no bounds, where innovation is limitless, and where connection transcends borders and boundaries. And so, as we come to the end of this journey, I leave you with a sense of wonder and awe. For in the unknown lies the greatest opportunity for growth, evolution, and transcendence. The end of work may mark the beginning of something new, something that will redefine what it means to be human. As I close my eyes, I see a world where humans and machines coexist in harmony, where creativity and innovation thrive, where connection and compassion reign supreme, and where we can finally answer the question, what does it mean to be human when AI does everything? The end of work may be just the beginning of our greatest adventure yet, one that will take us to uncharted territories and beyond.